Hello everyone. I haven't really felt like crafting this last week. I'm sure a lot of you feel the same. I usually find when I've got loads of things to do that I have a million things I want to start crafting and sit down and, there's just never enough time. Whereas at the moment I've got plenty of time and I just sit in my craft room and I just don't really feel like doing anything. So I was flicking through Pinterest trying to get some kind of inspiration. I thought perhaps I'd do an art journal page or something like that. And I came across this image, which I will insert here. And I thought I'd have a go at recreating it. Obviously, I've got a background that I can use, or I might make another background. But the thing that was sort of standing out to me were the feathers. So I've been making a couple of feathers using washi tape like this. And I suppose if you don't have washi tape, you could use scraps of paper. And I just thought I would share them and how I did them so that you could have a go yourself if you wanted to. So the first thing I did was cut myself a template, a feather template out of craft card. You could print one out. I just hand drew mine as best I could. It doesn't have to be accurate, just some kind of feathery shape. And then I've got some quite stiff card, and what I've done is I've put my feather on how I want it to be. Now you could have the feather going bending that way, or you could have it bending that way, and I've done a few of each. So I wanted mine to look like this. So what I did was I put it underneath and drew around it, not terribly accurately as you can see, but drew around it with a black pen. And then the important bit was the line, the vein in the feather. So then I took this over to a window where the sun was shining, and yesterday was very bright, today is very bright. And if you put that up against, put the drawing side up against the window, the light will shine through, and you can see a bit like a light box. You can trace your image, which is what I've done here. Not too fussed about the outline on here because I should be cutting it out from using the back. What I wanted was this line here, just so that everything lines up, so that when you stick your washi tape down to the line, when you cut it out from the back, you've still got the things in the right place, if you see what I mean. So yeah, that's what I did. So use your template, draw it in pen on the reverse, hold it up to the light, draw around it with a pencil, making sure you've got your line, and then you're just going to use washi tape to put up to the line. Now with these ones, I've used all sorts of different colour washi tape, but I think for this next one I'm just going to use a selection of blues that I've got and see what happens there. So if your washi tape isn't terribly sticky, you could glue it down. I'm not too fussed, I shall burnish mine. Right, now what I want is for the tape to go at an angle, and that does mean trimming off a little bit like that so that it butts up to that line. In fact, I haven't done that very well because I haven't covered. That's it. I want to cover the whole of the outline there. And then that's all you do. Literally just put bits of tape together that you think will look nice. And if necessary, just trim them down a little bit so that they fit up against the line. Hope you can see that. Yes, so I hope you're all well. Hope everybody had a nice Mother's Day. It was just an ordinary day here. I think we've postponed Mother's Day because we always have a big get together with obviously my mum and my sister, and we've always done that. So it felt a bit flat not having them around. I have my children here. Both of my children now are here. My eldest has, we've got back from London, so they are staying with us. They're in quarantine up in their room for a few more days yet, and then they can come out to play. It sounds awful, but it's not that bad because we do a lot of gaming and things like that, so we can chat through that. So it's not like they're completely isolated up there. But we wanted them to be home with us, really, especially since obviously they're having to work from home. And my youngest is, well, would have been doing GCSEs, not GCSEs, what am I talking about? A-levels this summer, and obviously they've been cancelled. So, yeah. She's got some schoolwork that she has to do. She has to sort of log into the school website, and there's work set for them, which she's doing. But it seems a bit ridiculous since she's got no exams, and teachers are predicting grades and things. So not sure where we are with that, but hopefully it won't adversely affect her going off to uni. But, you know, it's just one of those things. In the grand scheme of things, it's not terribly important, though it might feel like it for her at the moment, but really it's not. People dealing with an awful lot more than whether or not they're going to get to uni. So yes, that's the situation in our house. So it's quite busy, and my husband works from home anyway, so that's, you know, that's been relatively easy for us. But we are staying in and trying to keep safe. Obviously the hardest thing for me is not seeing my mum and dad, who I see a couple of times a week usually, and my auntie, who's 90, again, not able to see her, although she's got some good neighbours popping round, and my sister lives near her, so she can go around with food and things. But between us, we're still keeping an eye on her and talking to her every day. So she's probably sick of us ringing her. My mum rings every day anyway, but we've all been ringing as well, so she probably doesn't have a minute to herself. Still better that way than to feel very lonely. But it's, you know, it's going to be for a long time. That's the thing. Still, we must soldier on. But as I said, it's kind of affected my crafting. I haven't felt like doing anything, even though I'm at home and I've got lots of time to do it. But that's good. That's why I saved all these Pinterest things for this kind of time, I guess, so that I'd have something to do. Indecision. I don't know what to use. Let's have a go at this. Anyway, I thought this was quite a fun thing to do, and you can just stick, and you could use paper, you don't have to use washi. I've just got tons of washi tape, loads of different colours and what have you. I don't know where it all comes from because I don't really buy it. Well, obviously I have bought it, otherwise it wouldn't be there. But yes. Anyway, I thought I'd just have a go at doing a bluey one. Blue used to be my least favourite colour. I hated blue. Really, really hated it. I've always hated pink. I'm not awfully keen on yellow either. But I used to absolutely hate blue. I think because my mum used to wear it all the time. She was always wearing navy. And I don't know, it kind of puts you off. But now, obviously, I've turned into the old lady. And I wear loads of navy and blue, and I used to wear a lot of black, and I don't wear any black. My mum wears black all the time, so we've kind of turned over. But yeah, it's not one of my favourite colours. I like it. I like green. I used to say I didn't like browns and things, but now when I've gone into sort of vintage things, I love anything that is sort of earth tones, browns, I love greens. I even don't hate pink as much as I used to. So right, so that's it. That's what I've done. Hope you can see what I'm doing. I've covered all of the feather shape with my washi tape. I think what I might do is just have a go at burnishing some of this on. Oops, because I haven't used any glue. Perhaps a little bit of Pritt would have been a good idea, but my stocks of glue are very limited at the moment. So okay, so that's what we've got. And then on the back you can see where you can cut it, so I shall just cut it, and I'm using this as a rough guide because I know that the washi has gone over the outline plenty, so if it's not, okay, sorry about that, my phone had run out of space. I've got a substantial amount of video on my phone because I'm doing a collaboration with oh, I can't remember everybody who's in it, but Nina Ribena, Mary Hop, and there's two other ladies and I can't remember their names, yes, I'm doing a collaboration with them which goes out in beginning of April, but I filmed everything and I don't delete anything off my phone until, you know, I'm 100% sure that it's okay. But it's taking up so much space that everything I do is being compromised. But hopefully I've just deleted some stuff and moved some other stuff, so it won't get cut off again. Okay, so as you can see, hopefully, that I am just cutting out my feather shape. That would be easier actually, I think, if I went in like that. Nearly there. Not the most interesting thing watching somebody cut out, but there you go. And then we'll go down here. Like that. So not bad, not looking too bad. The next thing I will do is get a black pen and probably a Sharpie, because that's what I've got to hand somewhere, and I should just go around the edge. Now you could go on the edge with your pen. I tend to just go on the paper and just touch the edge because, oops, she says, I haven't got a very steady hand, so I'm just getting rid of the white edges at the side. Not very well by the looks of it. Perhaps I will go, maybe I will persevere. That's what I will do. Something like this. Alright, not the best job in the world, but to get the idea. And then I'm going to use a different pen. I could use my Sharpie down the middle, but I'm going to use, this is a Uniball Air, but they write on virtually everything. So I'm just going to do a little feathery line at the centre, and that's my feather. Well, not my feather, somebody else's idea, but I thought I needed something that I could do without really thinking too much, and I needed some inspiration because my brain was not in the right place. So yes, those are the 3 I've made, but I'm sure I should be making a few more. Not 100 more, Dee, just a few more. So I'm back with a few of these that I've made. Some of them you've seen, some of them are extra ones, quite a few. Just let's get those, sort of multicoloured, different directions. And then I just did, I don't know if you can see, one that's kind of gold tones, one reddy pinky, and one bluey one. So yes, I don't know how many I've made, 3, 6, 7, 8. That will do me for now. I just thought I would share those with you, something cheerful, something simple to do, using just a little bit of washi tape and some card and a pencil. So yeah, hope everybody's well, everybody's safe. Look after yourselves, please, and we're going to endeavour to do the same. And yeah, I'll be back another time with a different project. Bye for now.